So here is MDAI, Mediaco Holding. This finishes at $17. That is up 311.62% today. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. Virgin Galactic falls 17% after it gets set to sell $500 million in stock following Branson's successful flight. If you guys weren't paying attention to the news this weekend, this was big, not even in just the stock market. It was all over the news. They've done successful test flights before, but this time Richard Branson himself got on the plane with some of his employees, and they made the trip to space. Not like outer space, but on the edge of space, and it was successful. So that was big news. Today, they announced a $500 million offering, which is never good for the stock. But honestly, either way, I was expecting this to go down. This is a classic case of sell the news. Everything was priced in already leading up to this flight. So it went good, and the stock went down. But if it went bad, it would have went really, really down. But the $500 million offering really doesn't help. So sell the news plus $500 million offering equals bad day for the Virgin Galactic stock. So, yeah, that was the news for Virgin Galactic. Let's get to the analysis now. So here's Virgin Galactic, SPCE. That finishes at $40.69 today. That is down 17.3%. Yeah, really bad day for this stock. So first of all, the gap filled here. The gap up at 41.50. There was a gap up, and today, gap fills. Okay, so right now, it's trading in the sideways channel, this rectangle of 41.60 and 39.60. So if it goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 43, 45, 46.50, 49.30, 52.20, 53.30, 54.50, 56, 57.10, 58.50, 59.50, and then the all-time high of 62.80. Okay, so if it goes to the downside, next level of support would be 39.70, 37.40, 35.80, 33.90, 31.20, 28.80, 26.30, 23.50, 20.50, 18.20, 17.20, and then the low of 14.40. Either way, to the upside or the downside, there's a lot of support and resistance. It's going to take a lot of buying pressure for this to move up, a lot of selling pressure for this to move down. Although there is more resistance than there is support. And even though there is a good amount of support, today it just blew through a lot of those supports. Right now the RSI is at 50, so that's right on the average. So according to the RSI, this price of $40.70 is pretty fair market value. It did 135 million in volume today, so that's pretty significant volume, tied for second largest volume day ever for the stock. So this pump is confirmed by the volume. It's not a fluke. So right now this can really go either way, honestly. I'd probably say the downside more likely because it hasn't caught any support yet. This still looks like it's not necessarily in free fall, but it does look like it's still going to pull back a little bit in the short term at least. There is kind of a big cup and handle here, all the way back from February. So here's the cup, U-shape. So a handle might be forming here. So if this in fact is a cup and handle, just off the top of my head, this is probably going to bottom around 35, I would say. Just my opinion, not financial advice. The channels to the downside are wider, so there will be more price action to the downside. And we have the cup and handle, which is a bearish indicator. So if I were to make a guess, I would probably say this is more likely to go to the downside than the upside. But if you don't have a position right now, I probably wouldn't take one. It's really hard to tell where this is going. But again, if I had to guess, I'd probably say the downside. I don't think it's going down that much to the downside, but it probably will a little bit. If you want to go long, I'd probably wait a little bit to see if you can get it at a better price. And if you want to go short, that could be a pretty decent play. You can probably make like 10% or something on this if you decide to go short now. You're not going to make, the most amount of money. So for those reasons, I just hold off for right now. Both ways. Long or short, I wouldn't take any position. Now, congratulations to everyone who made money on this huge pump. And sorry to everyone who lost money today. Next time don't FOMO in when there's a sell the news event. I myself had to learn that the hard way a couple of times. And yeah, good luck to everyone who's looking to take a position in this stock. That is version Galactic, SPCE. So here's XELA, XELA Technologies. That finishes at $3.47 today. That is up 19.24%. So really not much has changed about what I've been saying all last week about this stock, but we can go over that again. Alright, so right now it's trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 360 and 320. So if it goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 360, 410, 460, 550, 610, and then the all-time high of 782. And if it goes to the downside, next level of support would be 320, 280, 240, 215, $2, 190, 170, 140, 125, and then the low of $1. The channels to the upside are much wider than the channels to the downside. So there's not too much resistance. I mean, there is resistance, but not much holding the stock back from shooting way up if this does go to the upside. On the other hand, to the downside, there is a good amount of support, especially at 215. There's a lot of support there. This could easily go back to 215, but after that, it's going to take a good amount of selling pressure to break that. There is this gap up at 150. So, just be cautious of that. The gaps usually do fill, so that's telling us that eventually this is probably going to come back down to 150 at some point. The RSI is at 71 right now. So that is overbought and overvalued, according to the RSI. Not extremely overbought and overvalued, but, just be cautious, guys. And it did 244 million in volume today, which is a significant amount of volume. Not as much as some of the previous trading sessions, but still a lot of volume. So this pump today is confirmed by the volume. It's not a fluke. And we have a cup and handle developing. The top of the cup could be like 6 or it could be 8. So if this does go up to 6 or 8, the cup would be complete, and then we'd probably see a handle start to form. Based on all these technicals and the sentiment on social media, on stock twits, I would have to say this is more likely going to the upside. We have bullish signals and bearish signals on this stock. The RSI, the volume, the gap down, those would be bearish signals. But we have the cup and handle, the wide channels to the upside, and the positive sentiment on social media. Those are all bullish signals. And once this gets some momentum and keeps on going, it's all the way up. I don't think it's going to go past the all-time high of 782. But if this gets some momentum, this thing can run really fast. And like I said, if this does go to the downside, there is a good amount of support for this. And if you want to go short, this might pull back. But, honestly, I don't think it's worth the risk, because this could short squeeze any minute now, any moment. And you really don't want to be stuck in that. So yeah, that is XELA, XELA Technologies. Congratulations to everyone who made attendees today. And good luck to everyone looking to take a position. So here's MMAT Metamaterials. That finishes at $3.94 today. That is down 17.05%. Yeah, so yesterday I said that it's free falling and it doesn't look like it's gonna stop anytime soon. It's not catching any support. It's just blowing through all these supports. So, I said based on the graph, there's a good chance this is going to keep free falling. And today, it's still free falling. And again, it doesn't really look like it's going to stop. It's not catching any support. So hopefully, it'll catch some support at 360 or 270. Some pretty strong support at those levels. But if it breaks 270, that's going to be really, really bad. Not much has changed from what I said last week, but we'll go over that again. So right now it's trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 450 and 360. So if it goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 450, 520, 570, 660, 740, $8, 850, 970, 1080, 1150, 14, 1610, 1780, 20, and then the all-time high of 2176. Now, if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 360, 270, 160, 90 cents, and then the low of 40 cents. The RSI is at 38 right now, so not quite in oversold, undervalued territory just yet, but quickly approaching that. This could go into undervalued territory very fast, pretty soon. if this continues to free fall. So we have this gap down at 14. That's likely to fill at some point. Can't say when, but the gaps usually do fill. So this is likely to go back to 14 at some point. Quite honestly, it's probably going to be a while. And either way, as of right now, to the upside or the downside, there's going to be a lot of support and resistance. So it's going to take a lot of buying pressure for this to go to the upside, and a lot of selling pressure for this to go to the downside. And I say that, but it's been free falling and blowing right through every single support. So there has been a lot of selling pressure. And it might be a while, but once this breaks 1150, the channels get very wide, and then there's going to be a lot of price action to the upside after this breaks 1150. But honestly, it'll probably be a while before we see 1150. So if you want to go long right now, could be a good play, but I'd probably hold off for a little bit. You don't really want to catch a falling knife. This does appear like it still has room to pull back. So personally, I wouldn't recommend going long just yet. I'd probably wait a little bit to see if you can get a better price. You might be able to get this at 360 or 270 or even 160. You might be able to get it at those prices. And if you want to go short, I probably wouldn't do that either. The chart does appear as if there's still room to pull back. You know, you could probably make some money if you want to short, but it already went down so much. You know, you're going to be getting crumbs at this point. If you want to short here, the time to short would have been near the top at 20. This could reverse at any second. This cannot keep up forever, although it does look like it will in the short term. But this has been taking such a huge beating. It's really due for a reversal pretty soon, so could be pretty risky if you want to short. I'm not saying you can't make money, but not really worth it. Not too much money to be made, and this could reverse at any time. There are way better opportunities than shorting this right now. Still free falling, very disgusting. Sorry to everyone who lost money today and the past 2 weeks, and good luck to everyone looking to take a position. Okay, here's SGOC, SGOCO Group. That finishes at $20. That is up 104.29% today. So, incredible day for this stock today. Didn't really look like it could run much longer, and it had another huge pump today. So let's analyze this. Okay, so right now it's sitting on the support of $20, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next level of support would be all the way at the all-time high of $29, which it set today. And if it blows past that, then it's on to the upside into uncharted territory, and the market will decide for itself. And if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be $18.70, $17, $9.80, and then all the way back down to $4.25. So either way this goes to the upside or the downside, there's going to be a lot of price action. These are very wide channels. There's a little bit of support to the downside, you know, at $18.70 and $17. But yeah, if this goes to the upside, this can easily go back to the all-time high of $29 and easily blow past that. And if this goes to the downside, once this goes below $17, this can easily tank all the way back to 10. And then if it breaks that, this can go all the way back to $4.25. So extremely risky stuff here. Either way, there's going to be a lot of price action. So just be careful, guys. Yeah, the RSI is at 97 right now. So that's extremely, extremely overbought, extremely overvalued. I mean, last week it was already extremely overbought and overvalued, but now it's extremely, extremely overbought and overvalued. So that's a very bearish indicator there. And it did 115 million in volume today. Not quite as much as Friday, but almost. So this is the second highest volume day ever. So this pump today was not a fluke. It's confirmed by the volume. If you want to go long, I would not recommend that. I know I said that last week, and it goes up 100% today. But seriously, guys, like, this really can't run for that much longer. This went from like $2 to $30. I don't know what more you want. This is insane. This is absolutely absurd. If it does go to the upside, it could pay off. You know, like I said, this can easily go back to 29 and then easily break that onto who knows where. But I don't think it's very likely that's going to happen. Really no bullish indicators here at all. Zero bullish indicators. And if you want to go short, I would support that. I think that's a good play. Not financial advice. Just, understand that if this goes wrong, you could lose a lot of money. Based on the technicals, these wide channels, the high RSI, the high volume, those are very bearish indicators. So one could logically assume that this is going to come down very hard in the short term. So for that reason, I would say if you want to short, that seems like a good play. Just be careful. It's very risky. Nothing really much else to say about that. This is pretty simple, straightforward. Pretty small chance this is going to keep running to the upside. Pretty good chance that this is going to dump hard to the downside. If you held this through last week and you held this through today, I salute you. That is some real diamond balls right there. Not even diamond hands, diamond balls.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
Yeah, that takes a real ape to not take profits at like over 200%. So yeah, congratulations to everyone who made attendees today. And good luck to everyone looking to take a position in this stock. That is SGOC, SGOCO Group. All right, here is TPST, Tempest Therapeutics. This finishes at $24.19. That finishes up 54.37% today. Last week, I said that it looked like there was a cup and handle forming here. Yeah, it blew right past that today. And it looks like it's forming this bigger cup and handle from the yearly high. It hit $41 today, and it filled the top of the cup. Next step is the handle, and if we do some quick math, yeah, the handle should be forming somewhere between $24 and $26, which it did finish at today. Finished at $24.19. So that is a slightly bullish indicator. I think we're going to see some consolidation around this range, 24 to 26 range. And then eventually, this might break out again, but it seems like in the short term, this is going to consolidate. Right now, it's trading between the sideways channel, this rectangle of $25 and $23. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 25, 26.60, 28, 29.50, 30.60, 32.30, 33.40, 35, 36.20, 37.20, 39.30, 41, and then 44.30. And there's a lot more after that, but we'd have to go back a couple years, so not going to do that right now. Now, if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 23, 21.50, 20.30, 18.80, 17.70, 16.50, 15.70, 14.80, 13.80, 13.20, 12.15, 11.20, and then 10.30. So there's a lot of support and resistance here, either way. To the upside and downside, it would take a lot of buying pressure for this to go to the upside, and a lot of selling pressure for this to go to the downside. So today there was a lot of buying pressure, because this went all the way up to 41. RSI is at 66 right now, which is pushing the overvalued territory, pushing the overbought, overvalued territory. Not quite there, but, be a little cautious, guys. And it did 15.2 million in volume today, which is the biggest volume day in the past year. On Friday, it did the biggest volume day. Today, it set a new biggest volume day. This pump was confirmed by the volume. It's not a fluke. So there might be a little more price action going on in the short term, but I do expect this to consolidate soon. If you want to go long, I really don't expect a big pump again. I guess if you want to hold this through consolidation, eventually it probably will break out again. So if you want to go long and you're willing to hold this, then sure, I can support that. If you want to go short, I probably wouldn't do that. You might be able to make some money, but again, I think this is going to consolidate soon. If you want to make a quick buck, like a day trade, you could probably make some money. I would not expect a big dump. So personally, I think it's just better to avoid shorting this. But yeah, I think the big price action is over. Did not expect another pump today, but here we are. So congratulations to everyone who made attendees on this today. And good luck to everyone looking to take a position. This is TPST, Tempest Therapeutics. So here is MDAI, Mediaco Holding. This finishes at $17. That is up 311.62% today. Yeah, this came out of nowhere. Late day run. It literally, I was watching it. It was at like up 40%, and then it just kept running right through the end of the day. So insane pump here. So let's analyze. So right now it's sitting on the support of 17, which it just set today. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 1740, not far off. And then if it breaks that, then it's on to the upside, onto uncharted territory, and the market will decide for itself. Now, if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 1360, and then all the way back down to $7. And then if it breaks 7, then it would go back down to 6. And there's a lot of support below 6. But we're not even going to talk about that right now. Either way, right now, to the upside or the downside, there's going to be a lot of price action. So very risky either way. RSI is at 92 right now. So that is extremely overbought, extremely overvalued. So just be careful, guys. It did 87 million in volume today, which is the biggest volume day ever. So this pump today is not a fluke. It is confirmed by the volume. So if you want to go long on this stock, at this point, I would not recommend that. Not financial advice. Really no bullish indicators here. While this could keep going to the upside, you really can't expect it to run too much further. I don't know what you want after a 300% day, you know. Not very realistic expecting much more out of this. But if this does in fact go to the upside, there will be a lot of price action and there will be a lot of tendies made. I just don't think it's very likely that this is going to keep running. Now, if you want to short, I would say that's a good play. Not financial advice. Again, high RSI, high volume, bearish indicators there. So the RSI and the volume are suggesting that this is going to dump pretty hard. And if it does in fact go to the downside, again, very wide channels, this can easily go back to $7 very fast. For that reason, I would say yes, going short is a pretty good play here. Just understand that if this does go to the upside and you short this, you're going to be in some pretty big trouble. So be prepared to lose your money and set stop losses if you want to go short. But there is a lot of downside potential here. Could pay off really, really big. I think it's way more likely that this is going to come down than up. So, yeah, another straightforward one. Not much else to say about this one. Congratulations to everyone who made tendies on this one today. And good luck to everyone looking to take a position in this stock. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please, like the video. Please subscribe. And catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know. Diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.